What is going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys had an awesome Monday so far. Hello. We are streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch today, so hello to everyone. All right, so plan is to play, I don't know if I need a warm-up round or not, but we got to play the 1K. We got to play the 5. Well, we don't really have to play the 500, but we're probably going to. I think the 1K is full, so that is going to be a must. How's it going, Derek? I think we'll use this is always a good warm-up. Only 300. Pretty easy conditions, like 11. I think it's 11 greens if I remember right. So, just a good warm-up round here. If you want to win it, need at least 10 under. Maybe 11. I think 10 under has probably been winning it. What's up, Nima? Congrats on the live series win. Well played. Thank you. James, how are you? So yeah, we did reclaim number 1 in the world again. That's I guess that's good. Congratulations on your win. Thank you. It was ugly, but we got the win. But conditions are difficult. Man, I don't know what is going on with my mic. Hold on. Like keeps raising up on me, so like I'm trying to swing and this mic's just moving right in front of my face. All right. Yeah, conditions were tough. Like it was not easy. Let's see how we're gonna play this. I should probably try to throw this past and in. Let's go for the holdout right off the bat. Nope, not even a heartbeat. It's just not going to come back, is it? Well, that wasn't bad. It just a little offline there. All right, what do we got? 12 greens, not 11. A little bit of movement in this, but not a ton. 8.5. I'd say we probably hit this 8. We'll go about right there. What happened to F-Mags on 18? I have no idea, to be honest. I just looked up and I think he bogeyed it. But yeah, I'm not real sure. Sammy, you played really well. You played very, very well. For your first E-Tour or first live series event, that was well played. First time's always the toughest. Let me tell you what was nice. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw I was not teeing off first. Teeing off last. That was amazing feeling. I was overcome with joy. That was really, really nice surprise. Ooh, how is that not tight? It's gonna land short. Oh my god, that's a lot of spin. Considering how little spin I actually put on that and I was landing on a downslope. That's vicious, actually. That's a lot of spin, my man. Congrats on your live victory, Jason. Well played. Thank you. Well, I missed that easy putt on 17, which I don't know how that didn't break. If you look at the dots, how it was dead straight is beyond me. I almost hit it dead straight with a misting. I wish I would have in hindsight. Well, this putt's going to be just an absolute treat. I mean, yeah, what do you do here? I guess you hit the damn thing hard and hope you're right. But it's insane how much break I have to play this, like literally. Unless I just want to jam it, which, I mean, I'm willing to blow a ready go. But seriously, this is It's a stupid amount of break. It's like literally, it's gonna be somewhere over here. Maybe. Gosh darn it. That just feels like a lot. I'm not sure I can play it that high. I think I can play it a little less, like play it like right there. And then just jam this sucker. Relatively speaking, of course. Oh, that wasn't even close. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, that was bad. Oof. Hardest putts of all? Yeah, that was really unlucky that stopped that quick. I don't know how it stopped on the downslope. Thinking a punch here. Thinking like a nice little punch. Maybe an intentional, like don't move the aimer and just hit a pull punch. An interesting play. Nah. I like the punch idea. I'm not backing off the punch idea. It's just the pull can get a little questionable. Still pulled it, but that's a safe miss. Like, I'll make birdie from there. Ooh, get up. Jeez. Didn't want to miss this short. See, I don't know if it's actually going to break a bunch or not. I think it's right there, but I could see this not being the line. That was close. All right. So I need to find a way to make 2 eagles. We want to make any credits off of this. Oh crap, I was trying to pull that. I wasn't even trying to ding it, you dummy. Whew, got a little lucky there. Yikes. Alright, that looks like more of a neutralish kind of wind here. But I'll play the tailwind. Worst case, if we come up short, we'll get the nice kick off the slope. So it'll work out pretty well anyway. And if it does play a tailwind, then we'll be spot on. So kind of a win-win, I guess. Or it just absolutely nukes stupid long. Hey, Rick, thank you for the resub. 8 months. Wow, that went really, really, really long. I don't know. Tricky putt, though. I do know that. I think I'm just going to go here and play a little misting. Because I'm just being kind of lazy here. That's sometimes you gotta have a lazy putt. what is going on? I think I have my stream on or something. Like, or are you guys just hearing the resub sound over and over again? Alright, I'm definitely just hearing it over and over again. And I don't have my stream on, so. What's up, Luisan? Hello from Spain. Oh, Geraldine. What's up, man? I hear it over. Me too. That's all I'm hearing is the damn sub sound. I'm gonna have to turn Streamlabs off. Hold on. Because that is gonna get real annoying. Alright, I think it's done. I didn't shut it down. Hopefully it's just done. Alright, that's a bad wind. Although, if I get the good kick, we can turn this into a good wind. Basically, if I get the right bounce, come in hard with the 3-wood, we might be able to make this work. It's gonna be close, but that could be pretty good. Maybe, potentially, possibly, probably not. What do we got to the front? Oh yeah, this actually should work out decent. We don't have to play as much wind because we're coming in real low here. We're coming in low and hot. We just want this to land on the front and then just skip its way back. That'll work. What's up, John? Hawaii Dispenser. Hello. Alright, a little bit of work, but not too bad. Definitely makeable. So, kind of breaks. Usually on these double breakers, it's just all feel for me. So it's breaking at our feet, and then it breaks here, and then it breaks back. But the back break, probably, depending on how hard we hit this putt, we can ignore most of the beginning. We can play about half of that and about half of that. So if that's our thought process, it's like right there. Ooh, dead center too. Thank you. This might be a good 9-iron punch number. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm thinking 9-iron punch. Do love that shot. Little knockdown punch. Not even a heartbeat. Just go long. As long as it goes long, I'm cool. Oh, that's a great shot. That's heartbeat worthy. What's up, Darren? How are you? Yeah, I would have risked like a dead straight tail here because we need the eagle. But with this wind, it's not 315, that's just too close and risk reward's just not there. So we'll hang back a little bit. See, I shouldn't have played full back. I should have played like half back and let it run a little bit. Yeah. What I was trying to do, that was not the right spin, like, at all, but you know, a little lazy there. Didn't feel like letting the meter go all the way back through. It's a lot of work, you know. Can pretty much play whatever shot I want here. We could punch a 9-iron. We could play a little bit of top on our wedge, like a nice little. I like a little 98% half top. do 98% because it's going to release out. So you got to land it short and give it a little room to release. I like that release from a hole out perspective. Did a few today, 6 inches from the hole, no heartbeat. Just depends on how close you are. If you're like 32 yards or in, you're not going to get the heartbeat. What's up, Pat? All right, we got to find an eagle on 9. First, we got a birdie 8, I guess. Huh? Got the tough pin, but we have a decent wind. This is not a bad wind. Pretty easy for this hole, honestly. Nothing too hard about this. I got a really good number. I'm going to try to spin a 4 here. Set a little 4, go a little bit long, try to spin it. Not bad. What's up, Papa? Alright, it's an easy putt, but one you can miss. Give it an extra second. Just gonna jam it, maybe a little late miss hit here. Just to be safe. Alright, come on, tailwind. Come on, tailwind. Come on, tailwind. Oh, thank you. Alright, I have a note here. Very old and the driver is not applicable anymore, but I do remember having a note here. Alright, 28 to 30 tailwind at 12:30. Driver full backspin at 90%. 17 to 19 tailwind at 2 o'clock. Driver full backspin 100%, I think. So if that was 100% at 2 o'clock, I think we can do... I almost think we just go at it full. Yeah, I think going at it full is the play. Is that a heartbeat? Oh, you're damn right it is. Nice. Raining here? I mean, it's snowing here and it's cold. Like, real cold. It sucks. It's like being Canadian without the free healthcare. So, all the bad stuff, none of the perks. I think this is it. I'm always reminded of good old Josh missing the short little putt against Joe. That'll forever be like ingrained in my brain. I freaking missed it. I actually missed it. I saw break right here and there just was none. Actually broke the opposite way. Gosh darn it. Well, that was terrible. I cost myself the win there. Ouch. That was about as easy as it gets. It's one where I would like... What I should have done there was switch back to the flash dots. It makes those putts so much easier to like read. It's just more pronounced. Whereas on this version, the dots are so slow on putts like that. Like to me, it just looked like nothing really. All right, should we play the 500? I did pretty well in the 500. I probably should have won it today. I think I got second. I shot 16 under. I holed out on 7 with a 3-wood from like 200 and some yards, I think. It was beautiful. One was thinking... I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we do the 1K or the 500? Let me know. What are your thoughts? The 500? Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good call. Kind of cold. Let me put a sweatshirt on. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, probably a good call to play the 5. Obviously easier. Not the easiest wind here. But I want to say it's going to turn into a tailwind on my approach, right? Nah, it's going to be a tricky wind, actually, with this right or left pin, I mean. All right, so biggest thing is find the fairway. 292 basically going to offset each other. I kind of like this. Maybe even pull it, but I don't think I need to. But it's a good safety measure. Just be extra cautious, you know? Like a very, very slight head, but I think it's definitely a headwind. Kind of feeling punches, man. I have missed hitting punches because I've been playing with the E-Tour set. So I haven't been playing my punches, so going through a little bit of punch withdrawals. So I think we'll hit a bunch of punches. Kind of feeling it. Released out a little too much, but it's not bad. I didn't know how that was going to react. I honestly can say I don't think I've ever hit a punch into that hole before. Never really dawned on me. 7.9 down 1.4. I don't like just firming this in. I like just going like 40, I don't know, 43%. Maybe a missed ding late here, or ding it, one of the two. Good start. Good win here, but you can get yourself in trouble with this one. Like one of those, you got to underpower just a little bit, and then you got to dodge that tree. A little bush, like right here, you can hit that. So you got to dodge this one. That's really the only tree I ever think about on this tee shot is this one where my mouse is at right now. It's the only one that really matters when you go full back. Not a bad number in. We just got to think how this is going to release. Kind of want to play it flat. I could put a little spin on it. Like either way is fine, I guess. I kind of like letting this land short and running. But I'm going to put a tick of spin on this. I think either way is fine, really, though. I just don't want it to squirrel away off too far. I think the flat, you have a better chance of holding it, but right, everything's risk reward. That's kind of how we always talk about things. The risk is that it really squirts away on you and you end up with like a tricky 7-footer, whereas that shot's, you know, I know how that's going to behave, but the hole out chances are much lower in my opinion. Okay, so, never trust this wind here. It just never seems right. So I'm going to look at the back cam. What I'm seeing is pretty much they're jiving. Like they're both saying the same thing. Probably wrong. But we'll trust it. And then in terms of spin, I could go full 3. Like I'm not too worried. I can pretty much come into this whichever way I want. There's no risk of it like releasing out, so that's good. I don't think we hit a punch though, but with this big side wind, the problem with the big side wind is when you miss, it's like really big when you go full back. So I think I want to come off the spin a little. Just control my miss. Oh, we ended up hitting the ding. I want to come up short, preferably. If I'm going to miss, I hope it's short. So it is short, but man, that was really short. Like real short. But that's just kind of this hole. I struggle with getting distance right on this hole. I don't know why. Like there's times I pepper the flag and there's times I'm nowhere near it. God, these slow dots kill me. just don't have the patience to sit here and read them. It's probably somewhere like right there. I'm just going to field putt this. It's got to be somewhere in that area. Yeah. Okay. It's not a bad wind with that back pin. This is not terrible, but we got to get this down there a little ways. Like, this is one where it could. We're either not going to be able to reach, or we're going to have a God number where we can stop it. It only typically goes one of two ways here. All right, I think that it's going to be risky. Question is, do we risk it? I don't know. I think so. I think it's worth the risk. It's not a huge risk. Like, in order to clear the fronts, like, what, 208? 208. It's probably, yeah, I think this is actually really low risk. The only concern is how the wind shifted so much. Like in camera one, now it's like a straight right to left wind. Maybe it's just the wind, I don't know. Yeah, this should be really good. I don't know. We're going to find out. But this should be, like, I can see this being a heartbeat. No heartbeat. But we're going to have a putt. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take that. Alright, so I've been playing around with some putting. So, if my putting sucks, you'll have to forgive me, but, you know, I'm a tinkerer, so we're in a tinker phase now that we have really nothing coming up. This is probably just going to be a field putt again. These dots are so slow, I just don't have the patience to sit here and read them. Kind of like that, maybe with a misting. I feel like that would be really good. Just misting it off a little bit. There we go. Big eagle. Good wind. This is a good wind for this pin. It's better than hitting into a right to left. We just got to find the fairway. So I'm not hitting a ton of backspin on this. Like, I want a little bit, but not a lot. Slight. I would call this a slight headwind. Like, very slight. But with the way the hole plays, I really don't need to play any wind. I could play this neutral and be fine. We can land a little short. Like, I've got a good number. I don't mind coming up short here. Like, I don't want to take off spin here. I just really don't. Not about that life. But if I want to knock it tight, I'd have to. It's either that or I go full back and just... I mean, it should release out a little bit. I'll take just a hair of spin off of this, but not much. Yeah, that'll work. It'd be different if it were like a big tailwind or something. I'd have to land that probably like 5 yards short and let it run. But with the headwind, we can be a little more aggressive for the pin. All right, we just need to find the fairway here. Nothing too crazy. This should be fine. Misting almost hurt me, but didn't. Oh, it did, kind of. Kind of, but not really. Six feet uphill. It's not going to do a whole lot. 17. Probably play that wind like 2 grids-ish. 2 grids. 73 up into that wind. Probably 70. 8-ish from this lie. So we'll play it like right there. Oh, such a bad. You can't miss late and heavy winds, man. A little strong. That rough really didn't do anything. Rough did not do anything. All right, 8.4, basically 2, 6.4. A little bit of movement, not a lot. I think I'm just going to go there and just off thing. I'm just going to miss late. Oh my god, that turned an immense amount right here. I saw it, but I thought it was in the other grid, so I thought the late hit would be fine. See, that's like stupid shit you can't do. And a 500 credit, like that's a putt you should make 100 out of 100. All right, we got the easy pin, kind of a tricky win, but well, actually no, it's kind of a good win. Be tricky if it was off the other side. I'm thinking, well, I already know what I'm gonna do. Well, shit. Never mind. I gotta change my plan. I thought it was a side wind, which is a perfect number. Just hit like almost a flat 3-iron and run it up. 1,000? What? Nah, that's a 500 credit. All right, I gotta think about this. I'll probably have to hit 3-wood into this because of the wind. I don't really want to bounce a 3 up. 3-iron, that is. No real point in bouncing it up. And we can just go right at it with a 3-wood. Like I said, I hold this shot out in the 500, but it was the front pin too. It was a sweet little shot. Believe it or not, it was a ding 3-wood that went right at it. Oh my god, Jason. That was a safe miss. Ooh. It's not a terrible putt though. Definitely makeable. Oh god, these slow dots are driving me nuts. All right. All right, this is just it's not doing much. But not doing much over a pretty lengthy period of time too, so you got to factor that in. When I say length of time, I mean like how long the putt's going to be rolling. I think it's probably right here, but I'm not sure. What's up, Ken? Thank you very much for the resub, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Kind of like right there, but I could see this missing too. Like I feel like I should play just a little bit more break or misting it or something, but we'll see. Oh, wow. I broke a lot. I thought that misting was going to be enough. All right, well, it's not good. 2 pars in a row. We had a great round going, too. All right, pull it back together. I need to hit a shot here. I want something tight. Want a nice tight shot here. What's up, Audi? What do I play? What do I play? A lot of shot options here. I'll be honest, I kind of like punch 3-wood. Never hit a punch 3-wood on this hole ever. But I'm kind of feeling it. Thinking it's the shot, boys and girls. But I don't know. I might have to actually come off the spin, which is a bit sketchy. Nah, I don't think so. We can just hit a normal shot. But I really want to hit this punch 3-wood. I'm torn. I think that's coming up short, but I just really didn't want to go long. Oh, fuck, I went long. Ow. Oh, I don't like this putt. Not a big fan of this putt. Just because I struggle with how it breaks. It's not that it's difficult. It's just the same thing. On this version, these are the putts I tend to struggle with the most because it's so hard for me to visualize the break because the dots are just moving so slow. Whereas like if I change it, where's it at? There we go. So this is one thing I like, is it's so much easier for me to see break with these dot speeds. And like visually I can just see, okay, now I get a really good feel for what this putt's going to do. Unfortunately, I don't remember the dot speed, so that makes this putt a bit more difficult, but I had to guess it's right there, but I mean, it's a guess. Alright, we gotta change our settings back. I don't want the flash speeds. But those are the putts that are so much easier on flash dots. Although that might be the change I make. I might just switch to these dot speeds. It is quite a time saver in an event. You know what I mean? Like 45-second shot clock. And dot speeds are moving twice as fast. That would give me a lot more time to think about my putts. So that would be the pro. The con would be it'd take a lot of work. You basically have to relearn how to putt. That part doesn't sound too fun. I don't know if it's a headwind or a tailwind. I'm seeing tailwind here. I'm seeing like this nice little mix of head and tail. I guess it's not a huge deal on this hole. It's not a huge deal. We're wrong. I still have a pretty easy putt. I'm just going to add a little bit. Just played tail and then I just added about 0.5% more just in case I was wrong. Will Greenview show those subtle breaks versus changing the grid? I guess it probably would, but I don't trust it. I do not trust Greenview. All right, kind of fudged it a bit on 7 and 8, but or not 7 and 8, 6 and 7. So we need a strong back nine here. Maybe get lucky with the wind on the par 5. Who knows? You know, guess you never know. We might get lucky, although unlikely. We got the tricky pin here, which is nice. I mean, it's definitely the more difficult pin. So unless I had a great round going, I'd I'd want the easy pins. But I feel like we're at least one shot, maybe 2 shots behind right now. We're probably one shot behind the leader, whoever they are at this point, I would assume. God, I mean, the heartbeat here doesn't guarantee anything. The fact that that's not turning, it's going to be a really bad heartbeat because you don't want this putt. That's just really unfortunate that did not turn. This is like one of the trickiest putts. The only good thing I have going for me is it's uphill. This is a tricky dicky. Kind of like right there, like that's just instinctively, like I went right there. Just mentally, I felt like that was a great line, so sometimes you don't fight it. Nope, that was supposed to be a misting. Supposed to be a misting late too. Shoot. I think it drops if I misting it the way I wanted to. Shoot. That sucks. Alright. Well. Probably took the win out of play already. What's up, Matt? Don't think we're going to win this one. Alright, nothing hard about this shot, but I find when you miss ding this hole, it is brutal. So if we're going to miss ding, we got to miss ding on the right side here. Didn't want to miss late. When you miss late, it just tends to just sweep the ball really far right. I don't know. I always just feel this is just a pure feel tee shot. I usually just pick a spot and then I'll just misting it off wherever I think it needs to be. Best way I've found to play this hole. $16. That's I just don't feel like it's actually that left to right. Maybe it is. I could be wrong. But I'd rather miss to the right here. I guess it really doesn't matter. Left or right. If I get the distance somewhat right, should be an easy birdie, whether we're long or short. So we don't have to worry about release. We can just go right at it. Like we might get a little release, but it's going to be like a yard. Yeah. Pretty spot on. I always feel like if I can just get anywhere within like 7 or 8 feet on this hole, and it doesn't matter if it's short, left, right, like it's pretty easy. Anything over like 10, 12 feet, it starts getting a little tricky. Like it's hard to find like a 7-foot putt that breaks more than, you know, cup out. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I think I hit it too far. I think I hit it far enough where now it becomes a little uncomfortable. That was a mistake. I thought about dialing back off of that, and I probably should have. Yeah, it's only like 230, 15, 236-ish to the pin, but I'm not really looking at the pin. Looking more like 241, so it's like 225-ish to there, which is really awkward. I don't know if you just knock it on the green, you take the long putt, right? Because 3-wood choking down that much is going to be really awkward. The risk is I run long and I go in the rough, and then that brings like legit par into play. If I go 3-iron and come up short, well, that brings 40, 50 rough and not a lot of green to work with. So each has its own unique challenges here. I think we go for the 3 and we try to bounce it up. Now the other thing I can talk about was catching the backside of the hill and kicking really far forward, which I think is what's going to happen here. Yeah. That was a legit possibility too. Uh, 30, 40. Good news is I have the headwind though, so that makes the shot much easier. But 30, 40, 27, probably going to play more like 28. So in my mind, I'm kind of hitting like a 28-yarder. Although into this wind, you got to watch spin, but we're hitting so far down, it shouldn't spin like at all. It should just be more like it just hits and stops. At least I hope, anyway. Oh my. Or I just slam dunk it right in the cup. You know, sometimes you do that too. But that'd be nice to watch a replay of. Unfortunately, we can't watch replays. Or we just do that. Alright, this is a classic. This is a classic punch right here. This is such a good hole to hit punches into. I just like a little knockdown 5-iron punch here. You learn how to play a punch into this hole, your birdie rate's gonna go sky high. Trust me. Oh fuck! I couldn't afford to miss late there, but whatever. Still not terrible. All right, so again, another one where flash dots make life so much easier. Take that any day. Yeah. That was the first shot I saw when entering the stream. Nice. Congrats on another win. Thank you. All right, so this is just one of those subtle putts that I just struggle with. This is, like I said, beware. The other version's so much easier to read these. See, like if I was reading... All right, so the way I read these putts, right? So we see like the first half. So I'm paying attention to like the first 4 grids. So where my ball's at in the first 4 grids. And then I'm reading that. First 2 really do nothing. The next 2 are pretty hard turning, and then the rest kind of turn. So to me, this putt's either dead straight or it's like right there. At least it should be. If these dots actually move the ball, which I would assume it would. So that should be it. But I don't know. Again, you know, you got to know which putt you struggle at, and these typically tend to be that. This tends to be that putt. Gonna hit it a little bit harder because I'm hitting into the wind, which I probably don't need to, but I like it mentally because it the way I see putts, right? Like I don't visualize putts at dead weight. Just never have. So I added that extra speed, A, because of the wind, and B, because I know that I typically see putts firm. So I hit them just a tad harder. So you got to know kind of how you see putts, right? If you're a dead weight putter, you got to play them dead weight. If you're a firm putter, then play your field putts firm. Ooh, I don't know. That's kind of a tricky. This might be a little tricky. I mean, I'd much rather have left to right than right to left. Don't get me wrong. It's like I want to be aggressive here, but I don't want to be stupid. $21, and then the wind changes a little bit too. So where we're at, we're looking at camera 1 right now, which is a little, it's not exactly aligned to our ball. So that's why you'll see a little more wind when I switch to camera 2. You'll see it plays much more wind, but our angles, like if you were to draw a straight line, it's pointing somewhere out here. So that's why your winds look skewed, right? And then when I switch to 1, you'll see it plays less wind. Just a little bit. But 1 and 2, actually no, it should be the same because 1 and 2 are like literally on the same line. So 3 will show us a different wind. So typically when I have that, I'll switch to putter view, click the camera 3 times, and then that's a little straighter view, which pretty much aligns with the other camera. So that's what we'll go with. And then if I'm gonna miss thing here, I'd rather miss late. Like there's nothing wrong with me missing left here. I mean, if I go too high, I could release too far, but right is dead. So if anything, we want to miss to the left. So I think I'm going to rely on 3. 3 kind of gives me like, that would be like worst case scenario. So I'm going to go right in between there and there. So to me, that's like 16, 15 yards of wind. So I'm just going to play a little bit more than that just in case. And then I want to land this actually like right here, so I'll just offset that much. And there we go. Now I know where I'm hitting. Pull the pin just in case. Feeling kind of like I should pull the pin. And no heartbeat, but that just means, oh God, this could be bad. Okay. Wasn't bad. Like, that was pretty much in line with what I wanted. I just got it a little too high. Just a little too high. Caught it just right where it didn't die, it just like came whizzing back. Oh well. It's a tricky win. I could have gone right at the hole, which maybe I should have. Maybe the long left wasn't the proper play there into that wind. It's been so long since I played that hole with that wind, I couldn't remember. I had a general idea of what it was going to do, but okay, this is a putt I need to make. Question is, do I pitch it or putt it? I definitely think putting's the way to go. I think you just use your strengths, right? If you're a better putter, you putt it. If you're not, then you pitch it. The only problem with this putt is it'd be really easy for it to get away from me. Like, bogey's a legit fear. But, you know, then the question is, how far on the fringe are we? And that's just more of like a, you got to use your eyes. Use your eyes and you make the best decision you can with it. At least that's how I do it. Just don't know if there's enough break. I feel like I should play just a little bit more. Yeah. I want to play a little more like a grid and a quarter or something. Okay. Oh, I think I had the right line. I think I moved it off the right line. Oh well. Like, I don't feel as bad when I miss them high. It's when I miss them low, it annoys me. You hit for exact yardage for the hole, or do you hit short? No, there. I wanted to land long, actually. I was maybe stupidly aggressive, I guess, which I said I didn't really want to do, but I like the play. Maybe I should have came in a little deader with my spin, right? Maybe fullback wasn't the play. Maybe it was halfback or something, but that could have been the problem. This is a great wind. Like, this is a bona fide hole out wind. Just because I can land this. I mean, I can play this a couple different ways. I could land it, play less spin, land it short. Everything funnels towards the pin. I could go a little bit long, which I did the last time when I played this. I played it like really early this morning, so that's why I didn't stream it. But I could have landed it, you know, two ways. You can land it short and let it run down the hill, or you can do like I did this morning. I threw it long, side spun it into this wind, and I lipped it out. Like, it should have went in. It just had a little too much heat. It really just depends on your number. Let the number kind of decide what you're doing with it. I think it's one we probably maybe just try to land this maybe right at pin high, maybe just a hair pass and spin it. Something like that. I don't really think it matters. I could land it short. Nah, well, maybe. I don't know. All right, I went for the short and let it kind of release out at that spin. I probably should have hit it harder, and yeah, I don't think I played that right. I should have just hit it hard. Like, I'm way too far away. Way too far away for how good of a number I had. Or could have had in, I should say. I passed up the good number for the release play, which was a mistake. All right. Man, you don't see this pin very often, but I find this pin to be tricky. Again, issues with wind here. Like, today I hit it. It showed a very similar wind when I hit. And then when it switched views, it was immensely stronger. So I came up very short, like front of the green here, and made the putt. But so I'm going to play a little bit more wind than what I'm thinking, assuming that it's off. Worst case, I guess, you know, I'd rather go long than short. That's kind of the thought process there. Where is my aiming box at, bro? Okay. Like, it's gonna be a lot of wind though. We're gonna aim way right. Same thought process as number, I think it was 8. Like, I don't love playing full back into this because there's so much side wind. Like, you just get really hosed if you miss ding. I don't think release is a huge issue, so I'm going to play a flattish type of ball in here. No heartbeat. It's just not turning. Which some of that's the spin. Taking off that much spin, I probably should have adjusted the wind, but still came up short. It might just be that pin. I don't know, because I really overplayed that wind. Maybe there's just a pin where you have to add a couple yards. I don't know. Can't say I practiced Bethpage like ever. If I'm just feel reading this, I'm like, I start here and then kind of work my way in. I think that's a little too much. It's probably somewhere in that ballpark, but you get this initial break. Like if this really breaks like it says, then this should be in. I don't know. We're kind of at that point right now where I shouldn't be feel putting. I should be focusing on hitting legit putts, but it's whatever. Like it might be right there. I'm actually really feeling that line right there. I feel like that's in. No! Oh. That's a huge par. Huge par. Not a great back nine. But that's one of my big goals for this year is to get really good at field putting. We're going to practice it a lot. All right, birdie for 15. 15 we'll still turn a good profit. Man, I shot 16 this morning. I got second. So we're still looking at turning a nice little profit here. 19. It's such a tricky win. Like this is such an easy hole to par. Really easy hole to par with a bad number in. I have to put some spin on it, but it's got to be controlled, right? Like I got to think about what's going to happen when this hits the green. And then when you're hitting uphill and you're adding spin, like you really have to, you got to factor that in pretty heavily. So I probably just added 4 yards to that with that little bit of spin. So it's playing like 93, and that's still going to release out a little bit. So my number to hit's probably like 92. And then if I'm going to miss, I got to miss late. I don't want to hit a pull into that pin ever. This is just so bad. Yeah, see, wow, that was really bad. Should have played more spin. Anyone else super excited to see transgender men play on the LPGA? I haven't read that press release. All right, let's see if we can not muff this putt. I mean, I've got an okay read on it if it's right. Just don't know if it's right. I think it's about right there, roughly, if I want to play that deadish weight. I kind of like that. I think that's good. Not going to spend a ton of time on it. Headwind really won't come into play. All right, so what, 15 under? We'll take that. Bad back nine, though. Ding rate was not bad. 30 out of 55, above 50. So as long as we're above 50, we're chilling. All right, let's knock this 1K out, I guess. All right, we need to pray to the wind gods here because it's really what it comes down to. Wind RNG at the highest level. Good news is the last time this filled, I actually won it. I think I shot 15 under. I want to say it was 55 or 56. So it was either 14 or 15 won it. What is winning it right now? 55 by Mags. Good round. 56 by Birchie. 56 by Evan. Simo. So what do we need? Anything in the 50s will double, looks like. That's not bad. There's not a lot of scores, but in a 1K, what I don't like about this leaderboard that you can see on the other one is withdrawals. right? So I don't actually know how many people have played because withdrawals don't show up on here, which is really annoying. I mean, I could just like go look at Mags's profile and see, but that's okay. All right, I'm assuming this is going to be 13 or 14. I want to say 13 greens. Nice wind here. Nice wind. The only thing I have to avoid is that bunker, which is surprisingly easy to hit. Boy, it'd be really nice if this camera would work. There we go. And it's a weird angle to where it's hard to tell if you actually are good or not. I don't even know why I'm spending so much time on this tee shot. Jesus, man. I'm instantly regretting clicking anything. Ah, there we go. Cool. This is happening to me every single day. Anybody else having this issue? It's literally, I get this error every day now. Am I excited about Torrey Pines? Yeah. Yeah, I actually hadn't thought about it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Sweet. All right, I'm just going to shut it down and restart it. Make sure it's not my internet. 44 scores in. Man, that's a lot of scores. That's a lot of withdrawals if we're only seeing like 18 or 19 scores. All right, so I think my internet's just flubbing up on me. Good news is you guys can hear what I'm saying. All right, we should be good now. Should be good. Internet's good anyway. There we go. Did I play the glow in the dark? Nope. Did not play that showdown. Yeah, Mags doesn't play in the expert. He plays in the veteran. I'm assuming he won it. Easy. It's an easy win for him if he plays in veteran. Okay. Good wind here. I'm not going to check all the cameras because that turned out to be a hot mess. All right, misting late on purpose. Let's hope that doesn't cost me, but it felt like the right play. Okay. It's nothing worse than starting off with a par here. Nothing. I always find this wind a little tricky though. And then we got to think about release. So we can either land it short and let it run. I feel like that is way too much wind for the record. So I'm just going to adjust a little bit. I'm just going to turn left. Okay. So yeah, like I said, you can play this pretty much however you want, but I like putting a little bit of spin on this. No heartbeat. I think we flung it out to the right. Spin a little. Oh, God. Got to get better at that. See, in my mind, I see that hitting and biting, but got to put more spin on it. So I played it pin high, thinking it would bounce once and then stop. All right. It's like, it's a weird putt. It's not overly difficult, but it's tricky. It's not the putt you want to start your round off with. All right. Does this hole play short? No, it doesn't. I think I played it. It's not that I played the whole bat. I didn't. I anticipated more spin than what I got. All right. This hole, well, there's nothing crazy. Like worst case, we go in the rough here, which is not the end of the world. We get like a really bad kick and we go in the right rough. That's what could happen. Pretty much an attack number from here. I just got to watch going long. Like long will leave a really tricky putt. So if we come up short, it's not the end of the world. I don't preferably want to be too far left here either. Like if you end up with like a pin high putt, like 7 feet left of the pin, it's tricky. So anything short is good. I might be too aggressive in my play here. I don't think this is the right play. Like I think a half top shot would be ideal here. I should just play it. Like if I play this flat, like I run the risk of put myself in trouble here with the spin. The pro would be it's definitely not going to go past the pin. Like I throw it long left and spin it, but it's might be a little dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do it. Let's do the half top. I just think it's the right play. It's going to leak out to the right. Oh my God, that is so bad. Boy, that really, really carried. I carried something fierce. Huh. Well, maybe I should have gone with the other play. All right, well, that was about as bad as it probably could have possibly gone. That really, really carried. Jeez. A little tricky putt. All right, so through 2 holes, I've pretty much left myself in the worst possible spots. I got that going for me. I feel like there is way more break here. I'm going to play this just right I'm going to play it right at a grid. That's just not necessarily anything I'm seeing. It's just more having had this putt before. I know it's not fun. Whew. All right. Well, I don't think that's necessarily a bad wind. It's just a bad direction. It just forces me to have to hit the ding. But I could even play for a pull. Even if I pull it slightly, I think I'll be okay. It's just any late miss, I'm going to be up a creek without a paddle. I think that's the right terminology. Obviously long, there's nothing wrong with long here. Nothing wrong with long. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to play this a ways. I think it's like right there, which is scary. It's probably the scariest part about this freaking tee shot is having to aim it so damn far over. Which, like I said, I could under aim and go for the misting late or early. I mean, and probably be fine. I don't know. I don't like this play though. I'm gonna be a little aggressive, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not horribly aggressive. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it could be. Just go long. Just go long. I was going to take one more tick of spin off. Yeah, definitely should have. I overplayed the wind. Overplayed it by quite a bit. But I saw it was way more in the one view, so I didn't play the view we saw off the tee. I played the back camera. It was about 4 more yards. So, played about 4 extra yards, plus I overpowered. Maybe a little too safe there. But I would take a 30-footer from here versus, the 30-footer down here any day. This is not a hard putt. It's just more trying to judge the dots takes forever. I don't know. See, when the dots start moving this slow, I just have no patience, man. I don't know. I'm just going to go right there and hope it's right, I think. Maybe play a little bit more. Or a little bit less. I don't know. Like, if this is true and it actually breaks the opposite way, and then this putt has no chance of dropping. But at that speed I'm hitting it, it shouldn't really come into play, like, whatsoever. Really, I'm kind of reading this putt from right here on. Because in my mind, I'm hitting it so hard at the beginning. Like, well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm really reading 80% of this putt. I think it might actually go in. We're about to find out, peoples. We're about to find out. A little bit of wind in my face, so I'm going to hit it just a hair harder. It's off on speed. Should hit that 25%. Right line, wrong speed. Ouch. Those dots make field putting look real nice. Yeah, they do, but it's like, it makes every putt look real easy when it's not. I'm just going to go with like the smallest amount of backspin possible here and miss late, if anything. Oh, God. Did not want to pull that. Good news is the wind's hitting it pretty good. So it's like, it's a great win, but it's tricky too. I should play this normal and I should, you know, it's a 1K, but I can't. I can't. We have to play the fun shot here. Like I have to. It doesn't matter what event it is. If I don't play the fun shot here, I just feel like I don't know, let myself down. And I've got a great number for it anyway. It's not the play, I guess. Probably not anyway, but damn it, it's just so fun I can't help myself. How can you pass that shot up? Wind affects putting? It does. Yep. I think if I was even playing, like, I don't know if I could pass that up even in, like, the E-Tour finals. I have a problem. Like, I have to hit that shot. I don't know what it is, but every time I see that shot, I'm like, I have to hit it. All right, good birdie there. We didn't make par. All right, I would love a straight tailwind here. Just FYI. No, I said tailwind. I get it. They're close, headwind, tailwind, but it's the exact opposite of what I wanted. Okay. Well, shit got real hard now. I think I'm gonna hit driver. I'm just gonna lay back a little bit. It's probably like 90. I don't know. It's gonna be somewhat close, but it shouldn't be too scary. Yeah, we still had room to wiggle. Now, the hardest part for me here is getting the wind right, although this camera angle looks perfect. Like, I normally don't trust this camera angle, but in theory, it should be pretty spot on. But then, see, when you switch to this camera angle, you see things change a bit. Although I don't know where I'm at on this relative to this hill, so that makes it hard to trust if it's right. There's much more side wind in this view, and there's more headwind in that view. You can see them change. So to me, that's the tricky part of this shot. But that's when I think, like, where do I want to be and where don't I want to be? If I come up too short, I run off the green. So I think I'd rather play more wind, which I'll tend to, you know, veer more towards this wind. And then in terms of the wind aim, obviously I don't want to be left. So that's when we'll look at this camera angle and we'll play this wind because it's greater. And that's typically how I play these shots. So just more figuring out where I want to be and where I don't want to be, and then take the lesser of two evils, and sometimes you get it right. Sometimes everything falls into place and it's correct, but I mean, that's a shit ton of wind. I don't know if it's right. Like, if we get this wind, we're not good. Although there should be an element of side spin to this too. Yeah, it's tricky. I don't know. Do your best, right? We have limited information to make important decisions with. And I missed thing late just out of stupidity, I guess. Like I said, we should get a little bit of side spin here, though. Still came up short. Who am I picking in the Super Bowl? Oh, it's a tough one, man. I mean, you got to go Kansas City. I don't know how you couldn't. Love to see Tom Brady win it, though. But I don't know how you could bet against Kansas City. Tricky pot. Tricky pot. Do you adjust aim with a heavy cross on a long putt? Yeah, you have to. On a long putt, you have to. It will move it. It'll move it from about 25 feet. It'll move it about half a cup, roughly. But it's like a straight side wind. But normally I just tend to misting those, right? Instead of adjusting for it, I'll just misting for it. But like on a putt like this, it will move it slightly. Like, because it's a straight 30-mile-an-hour side. So I'll play this normal. And then I'm just going to misting a little late for it. Which, that probably just wasn't the right line, but that's one way you can do it. I don't know, it might have been the right line. I'm not sure. Probably should have played a little bit more. Alright, we need to get on a run. Oh, that's such a bad wind. That is such a bad wind. I don't know why, but I like always get this stinking wind. Oh god. This is tricky. It's like you play too much wind, you're screwed. Like I have such a narrow window to land this because it's left to right. It's gonna spin and it's gonna go off. Like it's gonna spin left to right. So in theory, the best spot to land this would be just a little long. It would be right here, just a little long. Use the ridge right here. Hopefully land it somewhat soft and then spin it back towards the hole. But that's way easier said than done. So much easier said than done. It's just a nasty ass shot is basically what it comes down to. I think the best play here would be a punch. It's scary and sketchy, but I think the punch is the best move here. Good news is, see, I shouldn't have moved the aimer. Like I had the wind right and then I wussed out. It's not a bad shot though. All things considered with that wind, I should have played it full. I had it as a perfect full back, but I did two things wrong. I moved the aimer too much for the wind, and then I didn't play the full back. So, and I did that to myself. All right. Not a hard. Okay, so here's another tricky one. Like if I go into pitch view right here, which I just read that putt in, we see a lot less break than here. So then you have to make a decision. Which one do I trust? I think I actually trust this more, so I'm going to read just this grid. Which is exponentially more break. Like if I just read the one view, it'd be like right here. That's where I'm seeing that, which I guess I could drop. But if I look at the other view, like this view, I get a completely different read. Like it's over here, which is quite a difference. So then you gotta decide, okay, is it both, right? Like are they both telling me the truth? And if that's the case, then I go right in the middle, which I have a feeling is probably the case here, but Also know this putt does tend to break off the table quite a bit. And then we got to look at the wind too, right? So we got this big wind sweeping over. I'm going to play a little less break. Yeah, I think it was either the other view or it was right in the middle, but that was just a bad decision. Those are always tricky. But we are making way too many pars. We need a good eagle here and birdie out the front, and then we're still in a position to win, actually. But if we don't eagle this, things get a little more difficult. And this is a really tricky win to make eagle on. Just because you're coming in from that left and you just don't have a lot of room to play with over there. And then is this a tailwind or a headwind? It was a tailwind off the tee, but it looks like a headwind from here. I'm seeing headwind both views, so we're playing headwind. And then trying to get the actual wind right. It's a real pain in the ass. This just has to be stupid perfect, by the way. Late's, I mean, obviously you miss late there. It's the bailout spot, but hopefully this clears the ridge. Yeah. I don't know. Problem is if I play any less spin, then I come up short. So I'd much rather have the putt back here than the putt short. The putt short is really hard, in my opinion. This putt is difficult, but not nearly as hard. We got it breaking. First half here really breaks, and then it comes back. So I'm thinking like right there. Kind of initially where I'm seeing it. Maybe like right there. Then when I look at this view, it's breaking more. Like this view, what's the best way to say it? In this view, this is breaking really easy, and this is breaking harder. But then when I switch it, I see more break here, less break there. Which generally means straight. And then I'm going to add for the headwind. So it actually broke the complete opposite way I was thinking. But you don't know. Tricky part when you see them breaking opposites. Alright, so we're not in a good spot here. We need one hell of a run here. I basically have to birdie out or eagle the par 5 or something to win this. This is another tricky shot coming. Not the best wins, I can tell you that. I feel like we've had a ton of headwinds so far through 8 holes. I think we only had two tails. I think one and then the last hole. No, that's not true. We've had 3. We had that left to right wind on that par 4 too. All right. Toughest part here is just like if I go long, that's great. I don't mind long here. Anything long, even if it's like 15 feet long, it's fine. It's just short that is a pain in the ass. Oh man. No, see, this is not what you want. This is such a tricky putt. Gosh dang, that one was vicious. Very tricky putt here. Makeable. But again, one of those doesn't break a ton, but I struggle with it. Like I know the putts I struggle with and I know the ones I don't. Long I don't usually struggle with. Short I do. I think it's right there. Like my memory says it's right there. Not basing that off anything I'm seeing, just what I remember. And my memory was not correct. I think that putt was dead straight. Or I should have read it. Like, that probably would have helped too. I'm feeling a little impatient tonight. That's a sucker wind if I've ever seen one. That's a goat you to hit the driver and try to hit some kind of hero shot that ultimately fails miserably. Oh, I meant to misting that way more. That was supposed to be a big misting. Tricky, yeah. It's just been bad winds, man. And unfortunately, kind of what 1Ks, especially here, like here, Pebble, St. Andrews, all these big heavy winds, like it's just a freaking RNG wind fest, really. That's why I can't stand the live event. Live event is just so wind based. I just don't have a good number here. I'm going to try to force a wedge up, but I don't know if it's the right play. I'm going to try to force it up and let it run a little too, which makes the shot even more difficult. All right, for a measly 5 under on the front, which I guess relatively speaking is not comparable to the scores. It's not that bad. It's not winning pace, that's for sure, but it's not losing. Dude, I hate this putt. Like, oh, I freaking hate this putt. I know it's not hard, but it is. I've seen this putt snap and miss before. Alright, just gotta have a really strong back nine. Christ, man. What these wins, Problem is, I keep getting short-sided. Oh, that was just a stupid ass tee shot there. Like, I'm getting short-sided by the winds. I wanted to be down the right, just for the fact that it's a better angle coming in. But I kind of got away with that. Kind of got away with that one. All right, what are we hitting here? I don't think this is not an overly difficult shot. This is one you just don't want to think about. You can make it more difficult if you sit here and think about it forever, though. Oh, I pulled that on purpose. I should have went for the ding. Oh, fuck. I screwed up. I hit the wrong club. Okay. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I was thinking there. I meant to hit a 6 iron. I'm guessing I hit a 9. Okay. Not good, not good. Alright, let's just, whatever, salvage what we can here. On the fringe into the wind. Is this going to spin back? Probably. Probably will. It will not. It will not spin back. Oh man, I put a lot of money on that one spinning back. Oof, that's vicious. 9 is right. Yeah, didn't meant to hit the 6, but wasn't paying attention. Dude, I miss this putt so much. I know it doesn't break as much as it says. I knew it. I even called how I was going to miss it too. Like, everything shows break there, but it just doesn't. And I can't wrap my brain around that. Yeah, that was costly. All right, well, this is going well. That was just a huge mental error. I actually had a decent number into that hole, like, should have been a birdie. Yeah, this fucking sucks. This is just, I am getting shit on by the winds, like shit on hard. Getting shit on very, very hard by these winds. I didn't play enough wind, if you can believe that. Not play enough wind. But I didn't trust it. I mean, that's actually a pretty good shot, but I was not. Dude, I had to go over like 13 grid boxes. There's no one in real life that is going to be aiming out there. I don't think, anyway. Can't say I've played at Royal St. George's, but I don't think they're going to be aiming 2 clicks out to the right. That is a really, really, really far aim. I'm going right here with it. Right here and firm. Although I miss low in this view. This putt doesn't drop in the other view. So there might be a chance that this misses. I don't know. I could miss on the low side. Yep. It's way more break in the other view. Competitive, like another event, I would have looked at it more, but we're kind of out of this already, so we'll just go through the motions here. Yo, Sammy, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime. All right, I'm just going to pull this because I'm underplaying the wind. Yeet. That sucks, too. I hit a good shot into that par 3. This is one of those rounds where I feel like we're like 4 under through 11, but I could easily be like 9 or 10 under. Because I'm hitting the dings pretty good. And it's like one of those, the winds just go just a little bit differently, and you got a hell of a round going. But that's like, you can pretty much say that for anything, heavy winds. It's just so wind-based. This is a little risky. Given our situation, I don't think, I think we can take some risk and be all right. I just didn't know how that was going to bite. I knew it was going to bite, but I just didn't know how it was going to react. Like, was it going to come zipping back or not? Ugh. Okay. That's a terrible wind. That's a bad wind. We're really short-sided. Like, you don't want right to left here because it short-sides you, and kind of the way everything slopes, it just handcuffs your shot options here. But we'll play aggressive and see what happens. Good news is I have a little bit of wiggle room to miss, like, late. Casey with the 5 gifted. Thank you, Casey. All right, we're just going to go hard and see what happens here. Man, see, like, I'm hitting so many dings. As I'm telling you, this round could be just stellar. We could be having a hell of a round right now. Because I feel like I'm dinging, like, at a really high rate. On the approaches, anyway. Driver and stuff like that really doesn't matter. Alright, maybe we eagle here. Who knows? Or we just continue to get dumped on by the winds. Okay. Now, I mean, it's funny how wind can change this hole, because you get any kind of tailwind, and it's one of the easiest birdies holes in the game. And then you get this headwind, and it instantly transforms into one of the most difficult par 5s in the game. Because now you got to control your spin and everything coming in on the approach. It's so easy to knock this down the hill. Feel like I'm back in the live event. Christ. All right. It's like this plays no wind, then there's a little bit of wind. I gotta throw this past the pin, try to spin it in. Fun stuff. That fun. Yeah, I don't know. That's another mental error. I was not paying attention to my number. Like that should have been like I should have basically hit a full wedge there, maybe even with a ticket top, and I think I only played that like 95%. That's 2 times on the back nine I've hit the wrong number, so that's cool. That's cool. Obviously not mentally in this round. Be nice to make this putt, but it's highly unlikely. Gotta hit the right number into a hole. Oh man, I think if I ding that, it's in. All right, solid par there. What do we got left? We've got 4 holes left, and I'm sitting at 6 under. So we're just trying to, I don't know, trying to make our credits back, I guess. This is a bad wind into this hole. Really bad wind. Problem is, it's very hard to get this ball to stop, even if I'm hitting a pitching wedge in. This is one where I actually like headwind, just because spin control is like not an issue. You can just go right at it. Hopefully we'll be okay here though. Maybe. Potentially. Oh, it's a bit awkward though. It's a bit of an awkward number. It puts me right in between pitching wedge and 9-iron. Problem is if I underpower the 9, underpower the 9, I have to increase the release. And I have no room to release it, which means I have to go pitching wedge. I just have to go like a hard pitching wedge and let it run, but it's a little more of a controlled release. Pretty good, pretty good. You would think going full back 9 at like 95% would be the better play there, but it would release out like a huge amount. I'd probably get like 4 or 5 yards of release minimum. And pitching wedge just goes a little bit higher, even with that less amount of spin on it. Just a little better play. All right, this is like our first, like, this wind's not so shitty. So I'm just going to savor this wind for a minute, enjoy it. And then we'll see what we can hit. Normally a shot I'd like to play as a punch, but I can't really do that with this wind, so I'm just going to hit the kamikaze shot, which would be a full backspin 7-iron and just try to hold the bastard out. Go for the hole-in-one. I mean, that's the downside. This is going to come ripping back, but at this stage in the game, it's really not a huge risk. Making par here is not a huge risk. If I had like a fantastic round going, I would have played probably like I would have played like a really soft 6 to control the spin, or I would have played a hard 8. Most likely a hard 8. Something choked down or something. I definitely would have hit that shot, I can tell you that. It's just too risky. But I felt like we got to hold something out. I don't want to shoot a 60. I really want to shoot at least a 59. But with the way I've struck the ball, it feels really bad. Because I have struck the ball really well, I think. Or at least I feel like I have. Spin back. This putt is so straightish, I think. I might even be playing on the wrong side here. which I feel like I probably am. Hold on. Let's just take a second. I'm just going to play it dead straight, man. All right. Hey, good win. Good win. This is all about seeing if you can get the lucky kick off the backside of a hill here. Party can start. I'm here. What's up, Gary? Ooh. Maybe should not have been looking at chat there. All right, give me the good kick. It's trending in a good direction. I carried it too far to get the huge bounce, but still pretty good. Nothing hard about this shot. Try not to screw it up. I need to make sure I'm hitting the right number this time. I think that would be beneficial. We got to hold this thing out. That would also be beneficial. Should release up a little bit. I'm playing just like a hit, bump, and stop. Tough round. Nice to know you're human too. Yeah, it's pretty shitty, but two mental mistakes cost me a bogey. It's like a 3-shot swing. I could literally be like 11 under right now. Hitting the wrong club into 10. Hit the wrong number into 14. So those are pretty significant shots in the round. I'm just gonna miss late. This is a true lazy man's tee shot here. Not the worst wind ever. Not the worst wind we could have, that's for sure. I think I just got to go right at it. Problem is, I can see this wind's so damn strong in this camera. I just wish they'd fix the cameras. Like, it's pretty strong in that view, and then okay strong in that view, and then it's less in this view. But I guess you'd rather come up short than long. So we play the lesser view. It's very annoying. I find the camera angles very, very annoying. We play a little bit more wind because you don't want to go left. And then I'm going to go with a knockdown 4. Could go hard 5. Hard 5 is definitely an option. But into these big heavy winds, taking spin off is usually the best play. Or taking distance off or whatever. It's a good line. I like the line. Yeah, it's a really good shot in my book. Take that shot every time. Alright, it's not doing much. I guess there is a little bit of significance to this putt, but there's not. Nice little 60 there. Oof. Could have easily been 58, 57. Easy. Should have been an easy 57 anyway. Because we missed, like, if you think about this round, look at the back nine. Like, I played the back nine really well, take out the mental mistakes. I had a decent number into 10. I feel like I probably would have birdied it. 11, we hit it pretty good. That was a very, very makeable putt. And then screwed up the number on 14. So I guess there's a couple of different ways you can look at the round. You could say, okay, I shot a 60. It sucks, which it does. But I struck the ball great. Although I felt like I hit a lot more than 20 dings. But some of those approach shots were really good dings. Dinged it on 11, which was huge. Dinged it on 3. So ding-wise, I felt pretty good. I felt like I hit a decent amount of approach dings. I missed-dinged a lot on purpose, but yeah, overall, you know, I walk away feeling actually pretty solid about how I'm playing. Cut down the mental mistakes, but it's okay. Oh. So what time is it? 6:40. 6:40. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, knocked out the rounds I wanted to play. I want to grab dinner. Yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We knocked out about 3 rounds. Keep it pretty light. Obviously, we've been grinding for the past couple of weeks for the E-Tour, so actually didn't even play a warm-up round before the live event just because I was, a little burned out. So I'm shocked I won, considering I didn't warm up or anything. But, yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and I will see you tomorrow.